3-minute reviews, terrible at time edition, the Cliffs Golf Club and Possum Kingdom Lake on Possum Kingdom Lake. First of all, look at that range, all to myself. Now here is the first fairway, and if you look at the first fairway, you can kind of see it's very linksy in that first hole. The second hole is where you start to get the views in. This was a 8-iron from 160 that actually stuck, which was the start of what was going to be a good day. Best round of golf I've had in probably a year, maybe even more than that. Here's the money shot, though, the money hole. This is the hardest par 3, I think, in Texas. It's 196, all carry over this canyon. If you're short, it's OB. If you're right, it's OB. If you're left, it's OB. It is absolute brutal. Here's a 5-iron, as hard as I can hit it, because I don't have a club longer than this as far as irons go. It would be a 5-wood would be my next club. So hit that, and I'm all excited because it hit the front of the green and stopped about 4 feet from the hole. And get this, I made birdie. First time in my life I've made birdie on that hole. So as you look, this is another thing about this course. This is the drive to from the tee box at 3 to the green at 3. They've got these golf carts, and I know I normally walk, but there's no chance you can walk this golf course. They've got these golf carts sort of GPS dialed in where you can't go fast, because I am sure over the history of the golf course there have been people who've screwed up and ended up deep in the woods covered in stickers. But wait till I point the camera to the right here as we come up on the green complex. Look at this. That rock wall is the front edge of the green. Now you see why anything short just hits a rock and shoots wide. Now look at this. Epic Texas scenery. The play is to go long. That's clearly the play on this hole. Most people barely can get there. Look at that, all the way back from the tee box. That is a man's par 3. Now here's a quick look at number 5, just to show some. This is probably the easiest par 4. It's only like 350, and I made birdie on that. So how about that? 2 birdies in the first 5 holes. You can get in the rough. There's my ball deep, deep, deep within the rough. And crazy enough, I hacked that out with a 61 degree to about a foot and made par. Having an absolute day. Case in point, here's number 8. That's 255 to the green for my second shot, par 5. First shot, I pulled left about 30 yards of the fairway. It hit a slope and moved down there where you saw the ball. Second shot, I hit left. It hit a slope and moved in position. And then this, my third shot, with a 61 degrees. I hit it left. I thought it left of the green for sure, but it hit this mound right here.
Yeah, I told you I took the hill. That's
and
not
then rolled.
bad.
You can see my ball right down there. It rolled there, and I did make that. 3 birdies in the first 8 holes. Kind of figured out a little something with putting in relation to where my eyes sit over the ball. That is how high up you are from the surface of the water. By the way, best lake in the state of Texas. Fight me on that one. I'll go to my grave with that one. Beautiful water. Here is number 11, where this for par. I hit driver, sand wedge, because I hit my drive. It hit a hill and then dropped back. 13, this is what I call the most dangerous tee shot in the state of Texas. If you look at this, you go right, you're dead.
Tee shot in Texas.
Yep. There you go, buddy. Right, you're dead. Left, you're dead. Long, you're dead. And, if you know anything about Graham, Texas, or Grayford, Texas, depending on which place claims the golf club here at the Cliffs, it's windy all the time. So this is a really, really challenging shot. For me, I'm just going to try to throw it out in the fairway because I don't have the muscle anymore to try to cut off some of that corner. And that was piped. I know I used to do the shot tracer, but I've gotten lazy in my old age as I'm pushing 50 here. That was right down the middle. I'm going to give you the thumbs up right here. I'll tell you that was good. This is my second shot. Everything slopes left to right, so I hit that intentionally about 30 yards left of the flag. It hit the fringe and rolled all the way down there, made par. Turf check. Can't be a review without turf check. Fairway conditions, I mean, look, this is kind of a rugged Texas golf course, so you got to expect some rough spots. This is about as good a shape as it's going to be in, too, because the heat is about to settle in. This is mid-April when I played here. But still, plenty of grass. That's not bad. Now, here's their signature hole. 166 yards. That's the view. Yeah, you can barely see the flag from the back tees here. And yeah, I had to move around the camera so you can see it. I hit an 8-iron, right? 8-iron from 166, and then you're gonna see where I ended up here. But here's another one of those drives. And no, I'm not grandma on the gas with the golf cart. It's just they've got these things governed so that you can't. Because I'm sure some old Bubba had a few pops out here once upon a time, and then went ass over tea kettle down the hill and tried to sue the course. They even have speed bumps here, even though you're going like -2 miles an hour. They've got a speed bump. Look at that rugged terrain. You do have to watch out for snakes. That's no joke here. And snakes, tarantulas. You're gonna see deer. You're gonna see all sorts of wildlife on this golf course because it gets virtually no play. I was the only guy I saw on the golf course until I was on the 18th fairway, and that's a true story. Nobody around. Now, granted, it was the middle of the week, middle of the day, like at noon on a Wednesday, but nobody at all around. So here's that putt for birdie. I hit it about, I don't know, it's about 10, 12 feet to the right of the hole. My 8-iron was on. In fact, everything was on today. On the front nine, I had 3 bogeys, 3 birdies, and 3 pars. And on the back nine, I had 6 pars and 3 bogeys, which we'll get to here in a minute. But yeah, heck of a day out there, and I really needed it because my golf game has been absolute garbage lately. Just want to point out this cool little rock outcrop that they've got lining the 16th hole here. This is par 5. You can hit your shot to the right. It hits those rocks, and it'll jettison dead left. I piped it right in the middle, and then ended up actually making a bogey on that hole. But here is 18, and I just wanted to point something out. Again, only person on the golf course till I see these folks, and they're all wearing masks. I don't get that. You're the only people around for miles. There's the 36, best 9 ever for me in the front. Probably the best back 9 for me at the Cliffs. It's usually a absolute ass kicker, but today was a good day, and I hope that I can go back, and I hope you can come back too.